This recording is all about what this module is about, sustainability and public health. So you'll probably think why we put these two topics together. Well, the world is sinking, essentially. Our effects upon the planet are becoming very noticeable, and that is having a knock-on effect upon the way in which our health is manifesting. Climate change is going to have huge impacts across the whole of the globe. No area of the globe is going to be unaffected by this. And of course, the largest area that's affected is sub-Saharan Africa. What's this going to mean? More migration, from those areas in the world that are inhospitable because of the sterility of soils, areas that are no longer able to provide any security in terms of food. We're going to have biodiversity loss of birds, mammal and tree species. Global hunger, you can even see here, and this is an old graph, that sub-Saharan Africa is taking the burden of global hunger, and that is only going to be made worse through changes in climate. We've got ocean acidification. This is in turn going to have changes in our climate pattern, which will also have a knock-on effect upon whether things are actually hospitable to live in. Are they hospitable and productive in terms of creating food for the planet? This is going to have a knock-on effect. There's going to be more hunger. There's going to be more poverty. There's going to be more drought. So why does this matter to public health? Well, our health and the health of the planet are intrinsically linked. This is the biggest public health crisis that humanity has had to face, and we are having to adapt our approaches as healthcare professionals to meet those needs. So I've talked about the global aspect of this, but what about closer to home? Well, these things in a globalised community will have a knock-on effect. The global community will feel the effect of everything that is going on across the globe. So therefore, the health of sub-Saharan Africa is indeed the health of our nation too. We will see an increase in migration levels, and this will in turn be caused by the inhospitable lands, and that will only drive northward and southward respectively. Air pollution goes without saying. We are increasingly emitting more fumes into our atmosphere, which is having a negative impact upon our air quality, air pollution, and the associated health implications of that will be felt very soon. And are starting to be felt now, actually, but we're going to see it in much more catastrophic terms, potentially, if we don't do something about it. The pandemic that has ravaged the planet since 2020, those pandemics, those zoonotic diseases, are only going to increase as temperatures rise, as we get shift in population, which means that we will get much more exposure to diseases that were once thought as being tropical. In fact, there's been a lot of discussion about West Nile fever and its migration north as well. So all in all, all of these things that are going on with the planet, climate change, biodiversity loss, soil sterility, ocean acidification, changing weather patterns, all of these things will affect public health concerns that we already have. But it's also a public health crisis in its own right because it's overarching. It affects all of them, and it's also a public health crisis in its absolute right. Okay, so you can look at it alongside obesity and think, okay, well, what's the effect of climate change going to be on obesity? And this module's what it's about, because at the end of the day, there is no planet B. We've got an opportunity here as individuals who are in the driving seat of humanity's health to actually make a difference, be the driving force behind resilient practices, adaptive forces towards healthcare delivery, and also addressing the planetary health crisis that we are about to face. Why do this? Well, we are carers. We need to care about the planet, and we need to care about those living on the planet. That is our duty. That is our duty from a public health point of view. That is our duty ethically towards the global community.